Well, hitting the pause button on activities that are not absolutely essential. That is how one local doctor describes Governor Sisolak's stay-at-home request.
And 13 Action News reporter Jeremy Chen right now is live in downtown Las Vegas. And Jeremy, people, they're telling you that to stay at home a second time in that order may actually be more challenging than the first time.
Absolutely, Todd and Trish. Governor Sisolak's request certainly getting a lot of opinions from people. And it's been a few months since businesses have been able to reopen and people have been able to go to places like restaurants. And it's certainly a routine that will be hard for them to shake off. As COVID numbers continue to spike in Nevada, Governor Sisolak is requesting people to stay at home.
So if we don't do something now, this is just going to continue to snowball out of control. So I like to think of this as sort of a temporary pause.
Dr. Christina Madison of Roseman University says the aim is to stop the exponential growth of the virus without turning off the entire economy.
We're going to have timeframes where we're going to have to dim that light switch, right, to deal with surges in cases until we can get to the point where we can have immunity within the population. And really the only way that we're going to be able to do that is once we have vaccination.
Some locals are unsure about the governor's request.
It's a roll of the dice. I'm a gambler. We live in Vegas. I think you've got to do some kind of a lockdown. I think a lot of it is dependent on the hospital capacity.
Others like Cyril Bell understand the governor's request and will listen.
I think I am going to try to lay low for a little bit throughout the rest of the year. Just for like my safety and the safety of my family.
But he doubts other people would listen.
Now that people are more accustomed to being out and doing things, it's going to be hard to tell them to stay at home for 14 days. That's if it's not mandatory.
Dr. Madison says people with underlying health issues or are elderly should take the governor's request seriously. Those people are at high risk and could potentially have long-term effects from COVID.
We don't want to overwhelm our healthcare system because we are currently in the, flows of influenza right now as well.
And health officials are encouraging people to get their flu shots in order to help prevent a flu outbreak in the midst of a pandemic. Jeremy Chen, 13 Action News.